Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of the Foolsopolis here in City Skylines. But today, we are for the first time ever going to look outside of the city to build residential. Yes, it is the time that we start to figure out and plan how we want the suburbs outside of the city to kind of look like, to kind of be. And whatever we do and how we do it is going to be a really good starting point for how the rest of it is going to go. Now, if you do enjoy this episode, guys, and you want to see more of the Foolsopolis, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But we're back! We are back. Last episode we did some more work with the whole kind of a cargo airport. We're really extending the lines right now, and also have placed down so much zoning that we're going to be pushing 200,000 residents very, very soon. Everything is slowly coming together. But we're going to forget about this for just a moment because I want to take a look at first this area over here. This will be the blueprint to how we do the suburbs outside of everything. So, basically, we have the ring kind of roads of the highways. Beyond these is where we're going to start to have the suburbs. I'll probably have some within here too as well, but we'll kind of start it there. We're also going to try and do some terraining to kind of slowly make it go up. And, you know, I think we'll have like a little bit of a mountain range down here or hillside down here as well. So the map is not as flat and we can start to do some different levels, which will be really, really exciting. So, what I'm going to do then is work with this area here, solely because, one, it's already going to have a really good highway connection, which we can utilize really, really well. It's got the train lines tearing through too, which we can utilize for passenger lines to get peeps in and out. I could extend this further down, create another highway connection as well. All this stuff is very, very possible, which makes this the perfect location to begin building our suburbs. So at the moment then, we have this 4-lane road, which kind of has like a little turning circle in the middle. I don't know why I've chose this road. Normally I choose the one with trees, but we'll go with it. Actually, you know what? No, it's the suburbs. It will be trees, boys. It will be trees right now. So we'll go for this one, and we'll bring this out. So if I bring it out by about 50, this is where we begin. So we'll bring it out so far, and then we'll also make it kind of go this direction to have another highway connection as well. But most importantly, I don't want it to be gritty. This is what I mean by we have to lay down the foundations and the blueprint right now. So this road, it kind of needs to kind of go this way and also this way too. So how I do it, it could be a roundabout. It could literally just be a, you know, crossroads in a sense. It doesn't really matter because we're not going to have dramatic pieces of traffic like we do have here. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, we got so much traffic coming down on this section. And why can't you flow beautifully? Is it because I'm in play mode? It just feels like it's going super slow? Probably. But we're going to pick a point anyway. We do need to upgrade this to a 3-lane highway. Oh, damn. We got traffic coming in for days. Oh, it's because we've got all this new zoning coming in. It's everyone moving into the new region. Okay, I got worried then for a second. But anyway, I'm going to pick a nice little point, which will be about here, and I'll come 20 away from it and we'll bring this up. So where do these meet? I feel like we got to do something a little bit different as well. So we'll go down by about 50 and then move that across this way. Right, hold on for a second. There we go. So if I did that and then we utilize the connection tool and go from there. Like I said, I don't want it to be a grid format, so I kind of want to go quite different. So reduce you and shabam! Nice little bend just like that. And we'll try and create, so if I use this, do you reckon that's a good point there? I went straight in by 10. Kind of come up here by a 30. And then what would the connection be like on these two? So let's find out. Would it kind of semi-wiggle? Ooh. I'm liking this. So I could go the full maximum, and that's what it will kind of wiggle out to be like, which I kind of do like. So now you're starting to see it all kind of come together. We still have our straight bits, don't get me wrong, you know, that's how it's going to be. But you can see how it all now wiggles and kind of changes and like has effects to go in different areas. Now, I'll continue this coming somewhat out. So if I bring it out by about a 20. Now, I kind of want it to semi-run parallel over, but I don't want it to be parallel, like the majority of the time. So if I delete all of this, and then we're going to try and get that now to connect. So these suburbs are going to be so damn foolish. Right, bring it to its maximum, which, do I like that, or should I bring it, have a little bit more of a straight section just there? Yeah, it's probably what I'll go with. Look at this, boys. We're now skadoodling in all different types of directions. Nice. So that is going to be the blueprint then, like I said, for us continuing to push forward. So as we progress over here, and so 10 away, we'll go up by 10. So if I do that by a, so 10 away, but I'll come out by a 5 in that direction. 10 away just here, a 5 in that direction, and then straight over, which is a 22 plus 10 becomes a 32. We got a nice solid bridge going over, and that is going to then wiggle to kind of connect to that. But I'm thinking this one, do I make it wiggle, or should we kind of have this one go straight over? Very, very interesting. So, right, okay, so there can be different styles of bridges too. So if I bring that to about a 60, and then up by 12, by 10, so that's 10 away. That's then 12, so 22, and then down by 10 by 12, and then continuing. So it's a different style of bridge, as this one's going to be a lot longer as we get it all connected. So once I got these like 4-lane roads all set up, then we've got a beautiful little system. So we'll have that kind of nicely wind and bend as it slowly progresses and elevates up. I don't know if I'll keep it like that or whether we'll change it. But if I then choose a road, how far can I take it to there to push this a little bit more forward? And then if I do the connection tool rather than doing a straight line, you get more of a gradual kind of incline. It's a bit different, isn't it? Because we can have roads going underneath it and whatnot. It is a bit different. We're getting connections. I'm feeling the connection, boys. I'm feeling that connection. So let's now sort out then some of the roads. So we're going to have like various inlets, outlets, and all that kind of stuff to get connected. And I think we'll start with this area to begin with. So we got the 4-lane roads. And then we can kind of like pick every so often a nice little kind of section that we kind of connect out from. So if I go here then, and I know the full distance of this here is about, okay, so if I work with it like there by the 50, so if I come up by 11, and if I go across by 50 and down, so we've got 2 connections in, which I'm more bothered about, out by 30, and I'll do this one out by 10 just there. And we'll create a connection just here, so out by 11. I'll go that way. 10. Just so we got like, you know, we still got our spacings all correct as well. And then come out here by another 20 there. So we've got that all set up here. We'll have another one down here as well. So we'll come out by 11. Just quickly go across there by 10 to bring this further on up. So we'll create first connecting roads, and then we'll do all cul-de-sacs and stuff like that as well. So this is a really good start. This is a really good start so far. So I won't do any others. We kind of like ring road the rest of it. But if I brought this out to here, I bring that out to there. So with my connection tool right now, we'll have you connect to here, right on the end, and then go the maximum. We'll go to there. That will be fine. If I then go from there to here, and then do the maximum just there. So that bends round beautifully. So then we'll create a few more connections coming off then this road. So if I chose, for example, here, and if I came off by 20, so then if I bring, let's say this completely across, but I'm going to delete a lot of it. So that road runs semi-parallel with it, and then we'll do something a little bit different. I'll go up here, bam, bam, right. So we'll do that to there, and then stick that out by 10, and then back to the connection. So we'll go from here to here. So that will bend quite nicely up. So again, trying to go on the maximum. And then very quickly it will bend and come back down. So it's kind of wiggled through the system. But we know that road there runs parallel with this. And then what we'll do now is we're going to go for a 20 by 20 bend. There we go. And we want to try and get this connected round on a loop. Now I don't know how it will play out with the connection tool. But how big would we have to go? So if I went perfect, like to its maximum, I feel like it's a bit too much. So that gives us a little bit of a straight section here to play around with, where I can then funnel this up and in. But it's how big do I make it? I reckon there should be pretty fine. And then if I chose a little section here, so I know from there to there, it's like a 43. So 21-ish, we're about in the middle. And then these are going to have a nice fun little connection too. So these are the main drags of road to where you go to get in and out of this area. Boom. They are the main drags of road. And then from this, we create little roads connecting, little cul-de-sacs, all that kind of fun stuff. And it really then does build up this area. This is quite cool, isn't it? I'm quite excited to see how this is now going to ultimately progress. So, we'll start here then. So we've got that road kind of connecting straight out. I could also bring this out. So we will have stuff that will kind of, you know, come out and connect and go in different directions. And we will have some slight grids. You know, it's not a given like that we're not going to have it. We will have some grids in some areas as well, like the commercial shopping sections and zones will be. But the predominantly areas of this are mainly for through roads, bends, turns, all that kind of good stuff. So if I did let's go this way instead. 10 by 10. No, a 10 by 10. And then if I can do a 10 by 10 here. And then ultimately we want to try and connect this. Would it work? Well, that happens quite early. 6. Oh no, is it going to be a 5 by 5? Okay, let me bring this further down. By another 10, hoping I can kind of connect it. Oh, a 4 by 4. That's a 3. 4 by 4. And straight in. So then from this, we can go up by I could go up by a 7 there. I go up by a 10 there. And I'll go up by a 12 just there. And then here by a 10. And then this is where, not everywhere is going to be a cul-de-sac, you know, but we're going to have some decent ones lying around because this is, yeah, boys, suburbs. So 1, 2, 3. Here a bit different. I want to try and see if I can kind of do 2. Like that. And then like you can have the odd connection. That kind of made that road go a bit funky, didn't it? That really did make that road go a bit funky. What happened there? Seriously, what happened? If I went there to there. Boom. Okay, we're back in. We're back in business, boys. I know it looks kind of slightly weird with this. But do you reckon I can then squeeze another one? Do you reckon that's too many cul-de-sacs? What does the zoning look like if I was to zone there? I mean, it works. I know it's wide open gaps, but you gotta remember, once there's buildings in, we can fill it with trees. So it ain't too negative is probably the best way to say it. So then if we kind of came down to there, or run down this way. So I went for a 10 by 10 just here. And then to see if I can then connect it. So a lot of it's to do with connection tool, playing around, trying to get, you know, designs. But everything all intertwines and connects, which is like, you know, the cool thing about this. So we will bring this a little bit further out. So if I come out by a 15, so I can hit the 5 by 5 bend to bring us straight into here. And then it allows me then to, like I said, I don't want to go crazy with cul-de-sacs, but they're going to become prominent features of the area. And I know they do look a little bit weird, but that's because we have to also upgrade the roads leading into them. I don't know how I feel about that little section, but we're just going to roll with it for now. So there we go. If I take it away, that's kind of how it's going to progress. But like I said, not every area is going to have a lot of cul-de-sacs, so we're just going to run with it. So connections now, bam to the bam bam. Alright, bring it a little bit further away from there. And we'll try and get right now your generic suburbs connected. So if I went by a 10, by a 10, by a 10, and then I do a 5 there, 5 there, and a 5 there. And then what we'll do is we'll stick a 10 out just by here, and then we're going to crisscross all of these roads. So there to there. I mean, I could probably try and maximize as much as possible. There to there. I mean, you're not really going to get much out of that one. This one is going to be slightly interesting. To here, and then finally there to there. Maximize that. And now it's all coming together. You see how this is going to work right now? This is going to be very, very interesting. So here to here is going to be pretty straight. I don't really need to do much with that. Now we're going to try and create on this side a bit of a crisscross as well. So that's 18. So if I went to here and then did a 8 by 8 and straight in, we'll do a little connection there, but we'll also try and get something going up as well. So this is me heavily relying on this tool, but I like it. I do like it. Right there. So it wiggles with it. That actually is not too bad. I mean, with the zoning, imagine all the trees down and all that kind of stuff. It's going to look really, really good. Actually, I'm going to leave that as it is. I kind of do like it. I kind of do like it. So for this area then, we'll come out by, right, a 9's fine. Bam. Bam. We'll come out down to here. To there. To there. I'm going to come out to there. To there. We'll do one just here as well. Now this looks a little bit chaotic, but let's do this step by step. So here is going to go down to here. Oh, I'm pressing my Discord buttons here. There we go. So then here would go to here if it would play ball. Actually, no, let me cancel that. Right. Here. Here to there. So that's going to get very close to there, but I'm going to keep it like that. And then we'll have here to here. Let's see how this plays out. You know what? I'm going to keep it like that as well. I want differences. I want changes. I want confusion. So I could do a connection like that. Like, this is like awkwardness. It's like if you're building roads in Britain, this is ultimately how they all come together in a really awkwardly built neighborhood. And this is what you get. So I could connect you directly up to there. And yeah, that is mental, but that's the reality of life if you're in the UK. That's kind of like, we've gone from nice like American style almost to then a British kind of neighborhood. It's kind of weird, isn't it? But I like it. Right, we'll get this side sorted real quick. So we'll do a 10, we'll do a 10, and we'll do a 10. And that will automatically connect to these 10s here. Right, we'll do a 5 on this one, and I'll do a 10 on that one, so it just hangs out that little bit further. So there to there. So we'll get this kind of sorted, and then we should be able to then start thinking about getting some people moved in. Right, go quite big on the bend, because the bigger I go, the more leeway I'm going to have with this one. I keep pressing my Discord buttons, thinking they're my minus and plus. So it all funnels around. Look at how juicy and jazzy it now slowly becomes. It's not bad, is it? So we've got to try and incorporate a few more kind of cul-de-sacs. But before I do, let's finish up some of this. So we'll bend this one round. I don't want it to be all perfect circles. And here, we'll create a little bit of a through just to there. But it's to ultimately just kind of get this connecting to there. And it should allow me also then to kind of work with... I keep pressing my Discord buttons. This is annoying me right now. It should allow me to then bring you out. We'll do a 10 by 10. And just a little bit further. And I want to do more of this. So if I stuck this out to there... That came out to there and to here. They're like dead-end roads. There'll be dead-end roads. Right, 5 by 5. And we'll let's do a 10 by 10. A 6 by 6. Where we'll drop cul-de-sacs off them. You know what I mean? There we go. I'm going to stick that out to there and this out to here. Do one last connection loop. To there. And I'm liking this area. So cul-de-sacs right now. We'll add a few more down. So we'll kind of like add the usual suspects to begin with. Dot this all around. Around the perimeter. There we go. Add a few more up here. There we go. Had that one going straight just there. Bam. Ba-bam. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's starting to look pretty good. I'll keep that open there, quite nice and open. So, last thing I'm going to do quickly right now is all these little cul-de-sacs I just added in. We'll now upgrade these roads to fit with the theme. Nice, nice, nice. Boom, 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 boom. I think that's all of them. I think that's all of them. And now we have a design. So it looks a bit crazy. It looks a bit chaotic. But this is how I want the suburbs to be. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 entry points. I probably, maybe eventually, kind of make them go under here on this side too. But it's going to be all low density. There shouldn't be much issues, any craziness going on. Now, the left-hand side of the train tracks here, this one, is a passenger line. So you could go as far as to implement Actually, let me go to the hubs. What do we say? A ground level 1. This one, it goes slightly diagonal. Elevated. I don't want elevated. I just want like a nice simple one. That's a 2-station level. I mean, I could go for that, but obviously I don't want it too close. So let's say I came out by the 11 here, ran this down, and I did another 10. So you're going to have grids in places anyway. And let's say I just kind of drop this centralized. And now all of a sudden we've got a train station that we can utilize for this area. And have a nice little bus route that collects people to get them to it. So I can take that train station directly into, where is it? Here. Into there. And then they're pretty much connected to the rest of the city, which is pretty good. So it makes it feel very, very rural, if that's the best way to kind of pull it. So if I was to drop some zoning down then, we'll do the commercial side of it first. So all this here will be commercial. That there would be commercial as well. We'll set all this up here to be commercial too. But you kind of want commercial sections in little areas. So people don't have to travel too far to do some shopping. You know, in the real world, this is how it would be. So you've got to try and do your best. It's like small little corner shops here and there. That's pretty much what it would kind of result being. So just there. We'll do a few over here too. So everyone is within walking distance to a store. Right, let's do one just here. And I feel like we just need one more just over here. We'll do it up to there as well. And there we go. So predominantly the rest of it is then residential. We'll have to do some service buildings and whatnot, and some offices and all that kind of jazz. I get it. I understand all this. But from the get-go, this is what I want it to be. This is what I want it to be. We will have some offices and stuff. Get rid of that there. We'll create like a... Oh, wrong button. We'll create like a little... I won't say well, we will have an industrial area, but then again, they're right next to this. There's jobs. For now, they can just grab the jobs over there, but this is what it is. I might build like a small little kind of IT complex or something like that, just to really kind of get them going. So healthcare-wise, we're going to have to quickly drop a nice little hospital, a metropolitan hospital, or do we keep it like a nice and simple and go for like a city hospital? Wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. And what I could do is maybe I could implement it. Let's say I came off here. Oh, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah. And literally dropped it like there. Or if I dropped it, let's say here. Had that road then going slightly up. And then I could drop... I mean, is it weird to have the crematorium right next to the hospital? Is that sending the wrong message? I mean, you would have trees all then around it. Is that sending the wrong type of message to the residents? You know what I mean? But get some sound barriers set up anyway. For the trains. And you can kind of see how the area then comes together, right? Get some trees going down by the highway in general. So some natural sound barriers, which are pretty good. They always come together and work quite nice. I'll wait for it to all kind of build up in general. Before we progress any further. But that is the blueprint to how we kind of want the suburbs. I think that will look really, really good as we keep progressing forward. Now, yes, lots of things we need to do, and I do want to work with it. Next coming episodes, we'll get it all connected up. We'll do the rest of it, get people moved in. We'll build the highway connection just there to give them something additional to get connected to. We'll create a little train connection to have the trains going in, and the train connect line will continue this way to kind of, you know, connect more passengers further down the line too, which will eventually bring them into the center, which again allows them to all be kind of connected. We'll get then some more stuff up. We kind of build like a small little industrial area and stuff like that, and get some more buses looping them back around. It will be really, really good. Oh, and also the terraining too. I want to slightly make this go uphill a little bit, and as we progress, the hill will come out, so we'll get some like detail and dedication added all in. Now we're officially up to over 200,000 residents right now. People are slowly starting to move in. Now, we're going to have some traffic issue for quite some time, because not only with this, but because of all the stuff I did last episode with all the residents moving in, it's going to be very busy. So, and also, I haven't worked with these areas when it comes to the lane management or traffic side, because I haven't built over here just yet. So we'll get a few issues popping up left, right, and center. Going to have to upgrade this to a 3-lane highway as well to really maximize it. But they're all turning off to do a turn. And they're coming down to here, which they're, you know, deciding where they need to go. Down to here, where this stuff, like I did say, will need roundabouts on, because we haven't got them in, especially one just there. And once you do get all set up, everything should be flowing quite nice. It's just kind of figuring out where they're going, where they're heading, and how we can, you know, utilize better on and off ramps to get people connected to the city. It's going to be very, very exciting. But we'll end it for here, guys. Only a short one, but it kind of sets us up for the future. Look how busy this looks. And then you go over to here, and look at how the vibe just changes. This is going to be a very interesting area. So we'll end it for here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.